Welcome to BSc Statistics students. In this lesson I discuss one of the problem of assignment problem. How to obtain an optimum assignment schedule for the given assignment problem. You see, you refer here, this is what the problem of assignment. So here some number of jobs are given and some number of missions are given. Okay. In which what is meant by assignment problem I specify to you in this context. So for example, one job A, it is to be performed by one mission only, either 1 or 2, 3 or 4. Job B, for example, next word, job means a work. Job B is going to be performed by another mission, for example mission 2 or mission 3. Mission 3 is assigned to job B. That is only one particular mission is going to be perform a particular job. One and only one operation is going to be operated by one and only one operator. This is what the assignment problem. Now we have to solve the assignment problem so that which particular job is going to be assigned, which means we have to calculate, we have to obtain which particular job is assigned to which particular mission, so that the assignment cost is going to be minimized, because the cost, therefore you have to minimize the cost. Total assignment cost is going to be minimized. Okay, that such kind of assignment schedule is going to be obtained. So this is what the problem. This is going to be obtained by Hungarian method. So one such method is there to solve the assignment problem, which is called Hungarian method. So by the Hungarian method I am explaining this particular procedure, that's what I am solving this particular problem. Right, now you see here we have to consider, first of all we have to observe, check whether the number of rows equal to number of columns, which in the sense that how many operations are there, number of operators also should be equal. The number of rows and number of columns are equal or not. First we have to check, examine. So you see here there are 4 jobs and 4 missions. Otherwise we have to use some particular introduce a dummy row or a dummy column so that they are equal. So n by n, that is square matrix, it must be square. The assignment matrix must be square. That you have to remember, that is step 1. Like that, if you go to the next step, we have to examine, we have to calculate row reduced cost matrix, which means row wise we have to see each and every particular row, and then we have to consider one after another every particular row we have to consider. And by considering a particular row, we have to identify the smallest cost. These are the costs which are specified to finish this particular job. Mission 1 requires 15 hours, let it be 15 hours. Mission 2 requires 14 hours, like that. That is the meaning of the cost. It is going to be specified. No, I'm sorry, not hours. It is in terms of rupees. 15 rupees, it requires 15 rupees or 1500 rupees or 14 rupees and 12 rupees, etc. So to finish the job A by mission 4, it requires 16 rupees, like that. So therefore this is what the assignment cost to perform a particular job by a particular mission. It was specified, it was given. You have to consider row wise and we have to calculate row reduced cost matrix. I am writing here row reduced cost matrix. So this is what I am considering assignment matrix. This is also I consider a cost matrix. Now I specify here and jobs and missions A, B, C, D, and as well as the missions 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we have to do, as in the first row, if you consider the first row, select a minimum cost in the first row and subtract it from all other elements in the first row. That is called so that a single zero is going to be obtained in that particular row. So that is the same procedure is going to be continued for all rows. That is called row reduced cost matrix. You see, you consider here the minimum cost in the first row, it is 12. So subtract 12 from all the elements. 15 minus 12, that is 3, and 14 minus 12, it is 2, and 12 minus 12, 0, and 16 minus 12, 4. So that a single 0, at least a single 0 is going to be obtained in the respective row. That is very important. For that purpose only we are calculating in this fashion. So similarly consider second row and consider the smallest cast in the second row, 22. So subtract 22 from the all elements in that particular row. 23 minus 22, it is 1, and 22 minus 22, 0. 25 minus 22, it is 3. 24 minus 22. Like that you calculate. Minimum is 31. So here it is 0, 3, 1, 2. Hope it is right. And then minimum is 21. So here it is 0, 32, hence 11, 44, 23. And here it is 53, hence it is 32. So these are the elements we have obtained after considering a procedure for columns. What is the procedure for columns? You consider one minimum cost in the row, and in the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and subtract that particular element from all the elements in that respective row, and continue this procedure and do this procedure for all the rows, and so that obtain a row reduced cost matrix, so that you can obtain at least a single 0 in each and every particular row. We have to ensure that at least a single 0 is there in the every particular row. So you have to do the procedure for all the rows, and then we have to calculate column reduced cost matrix. Column reduced cost matrix. So that is the same procedure is going to be obtained for the columns as well. So in each and every column you have to calculate again the same procedure for this row reduced cost matrix, not for this. That is whatsoever the row reduced cost matrix is obtained in the next particular matrix, assignment cost matrix. So for which you have to consider and do this particular procedure. That is, for example, you have to consider the first row 3, 1, 0, 0. So 0 is the minimum element. So therefore, if you subtract 0 from all the elements, you will get the same. So therefore, I am writing as it is. And also we are nothing. It is nothing but we are doing the same procedure. So 0, consider 0 and subtract from 3 minus 0, 1 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0. So therefore 3, 1, 0, 0. You see what is the way I am writing? When I am doing the rows, I am writing in row wise. When I am doing the columns, I am writing column wise. That is very, very important. You should not confuse. So right, and coming to the second one, second column 2, 0, 3, 11. 0 is the minimum. So you subtract it, you will get the same elements. 2, 0, 3, 11. Come to the next one. Again we have 0. 0, 3, 1, 23. So therefore the same 0, 3, 1, 23. And coming to the next one. 4, 2, 2, 32. So minimum element is minimum cost is 2. Subtract 2 from all the elements. 4 minus 2 is 2, and 0 and 0, it is 30. Hope it is right. So this is what the column reduced cost matrix, in which now we have to after applying the procedure for rows and columns to ensure this is the procedure to calculate to obtain at least a single 0 in each and every particular row and each and every particular column. So we have to ensure that every row and every column must have at least a single 0. Must have at least a single 0. Otherwise you have to do again. Otherwise again we have to do this procedure. So of course it is not going to be taken place. So therefore after finishing that, what you have to examine that after completing the row reduced and column reduced cost matrix, what we have to do? We have to examine whether each and every row and each and every column has at least a single 0. You see here, first row 1 0, second row 2 zeros, third row 2 zeros, fourth row 1 0. Similarly, come to the columns, examine the column wise as well. First column 2 0, second column 1 0, third column 1 0, fourth column 2 zeros. Hope you understand. This is what the procedure. After this, the examination is going to be conducted. The same particular you consider the same particular assignment matrix and calculate examination. So I am writing here examination. After calculating the column reduced cost matrix, examination is going to be done. Examination. We see here, if you observe the procedure, so the same procedure is going to be applied for rows and columns etc., and it is going to be repeated again and again, row wise, column wise, or rows and columns. That is what very important. If you consider, you can also consider maybe like columns and rows. If you give the procedure, you can do that. Otherwise, you have to do it for row wise and column wise and column wise. Continuously, you have to repeat this particular procedure. This is one kind of circle. We have to continue this procedure. So now the examination. Examination is meant to obtain an optimum assignment schedule. So in the examination, we can determine the optimum schedule of the given assignment problem. So for which what you are doing the part of examination. So for example, the first row examination. You see here, I am writing here the row examination. So in the row examination, what we have to do? So for example, you examine whether each and every particular row, go one by one, consider one by one the row, one after another particular row, and so that you have to apply this particular procedure. So consider the first row. So examine whether first row has a single zero. If you have a single zero, assign that zero. Assign means n-rectangle the zero. So make a box. For example, this is 0. You have to make like this the box. That is called n-rectangle the zero. And cross all other zeros in its column, corresponding to the column. And then move to the second row. You observe the same thing. Examine whether the second row has a single zero or not. If for example, if you don't have a single zero, there are 2 zeros, more than 1 zero, then leave the row and go to the next row. Third row. If third row is also having more than 1 zero, 2 zeros or 3 zeros, then again move to the next row. Like that. If you have a single zero, then n-rectangle zero and cancel all other zeros in its column, corresponding to that column, and then continue the procedure. If more than 1 zero in any particular row, then we have to leave that row and go to the next row. Right? This is what the procedure. Similarly, the procedure for column examination. So same examination is going to be done for column. That is, column examination is also going to be considered. So this procedure is going to be repeated. At the end, what we have to do is, what we have to examine is no particular single zero. It is to be either neither n-rectangled nor cancelled. So all zeros must be either n-rectangled, that is assigned, or cancelled. That is what you have to go and ensure that so that if each and every particular row and each and every particular column has one and only one assignment, then the problem is finished and the problem is that is optimum solution is attained. So now you start the examination. So you see here, this one single zero is there or not in the first row. Start the row examination and consider the first row and check whether we have 1 zero, single zero or not. You see here 3 2 0 2, single zero in this particular row. So then n-rectangle 0 and cancel all other zeros in its column. For example, if you have any zeros, 3 1 23, instead of 1 if you have 0, then you have to cancel the 0. That is what the procedure. And similarly, come to the next row. There is no particular zero in the column, so therefore we have not cancelled. And then come to the next row, second row, we have 2 zeros, 1 2. Therefore you have to pass to the next row. How many number of zeros are there in the third row? 1 2, again 2 zeros. Then you have to pass to the next row. Consider the fourth row. How many zeros are there in the fourth row? Single zero. N-rectangle 0. Have you understand? Are you able to follow this? Right? So unrectangle the 0, that is assigned the 0, and cross all other zeros in its column. That is, in this particular column, you have to cancel all zeros. We have a single 0, one another 0 is there. So cross the 0. I write properly. Cross the 0. That is meant by crossed. It was crossed. That which means you should not use for the assignment. For example, in the column, if you do the examination, you should not do this particular 0 as assigned. It should not be assigned. It was crossed. It should not be used. That's all. Now, row examination was finished. Now you have to go for column examination. And then again row examination. And then column examination. Like that. So now you see here column examination. First one, first row. No single 0 which was not assigned, not crossed. రెండు జీరోలు ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. రెండు జీరోలో ఒక ఏ జీరో కూడా అసైన్ చేయకుండా క్రాస్ చేయకుండా లేవు చూడండి. దట్ ఈస్ ద జీరో విచ్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్ ఆఫ్ నాట్ క్రాసింగ్ అండ్ నాట్ అసైనింగ్. A zero, you see here, this is a zero which is not crossed, not assigned. It is not crossed, not assigned. ఇది క్రాస్ చేయలేదు, అసైన్ చేయలేదు. అలాంటి సింగిల్ జీరో లేదు ఇందులోని. So like that you see here. And again go to the second column. There are, you see here, a single 0 is there. Assign the 0. And now cancel all other zeros in its column, in its row. In the column examination, assign in the column, 0 in the column, and cross all other zeros in the row. That is, you are doing, we have examined the second column, and we have assigned this particular 0, and we have to see the columns, any zeros in its column. That is, we have another particular 0, hence I am cancelling the 0. Hope you understand the procedure. Coming to the next column, no particular 0. Which was not assigned, which was not crossed, and go to the next particular column. One single 0 is there, it is not assigned. Remaining zeros crossed. Therefore, you should not consider that particular 0. So now we have to assign this particular 0, and then we have to go and cancel any other zeros in its column. We have to cross out. No 0 which was not crossed, which was not assigned. So therefore, this is what the procedure. Now you see, now again, if any, now after the row and column examinations completed, finished, then we have to examine whether any particular 0 which was left without assigning, without crossing, not assigning, not crossing, not crossed, not assigned. Any particular 0 was left, you see, examine in the zeros. All zeros were either assigned or crossed. So therefore the problem was finished. And one more thing, whether it is the optimum solution is attained or not. Each and every particular row and each and every particular column has at least not only one and only one, not at least one and only one assignment in each and every particular row and each and every particular column. That is the final solution. It is going to be obtained. That is the final indication which the solution, optimum solution is attained. Right? So therefore now you observe here, first row, one assignment, second row, one and only one assignment, third row, one and only one assignment, fourth one assignment, and first column, 1, second column, 1, third column, 1, fourth column, 1. So therefore problem was solved. Optimum solution is attained. Right? So therefore, what is the optimum assignment schedule? So now I write two particular points. Point number 1, the optimum assignment schedule. The optimum assignment schedule. Optimum assignment schedule. So here you see the first job, A, it is going to be assigned to third mission. And second job, it is going to be assigned to second mission. And third job, it is assigned to fourth mission. And the fourth job, it is going to be assigned to first mission. This is what optimum assignment schedule. A, job A, it is assigned to third mission, job B assigned to second mission, job C assigned to fourth mission, job D assigned to first mission. Now, second point, the minimum total assignment cost minimum assignment cost, I write assignment cost, which is going to be considered. Now you refer the same places, refer the cost in the first matrix, the original given matrix. So the cost you have to observe there 0. This is the assignment, the 12 rupees. Z is equivalent to 12 plus this is what the second one 22, and this is the fourth one 33, and here it is the first one 21. This is what the required we have to calculate. So the help of the calculator we calculate 12 plus 22 plus 33 plus 21. The total cost is 88. So this is rupees 88 rupees, which is obtained the minimum assignment cost for this particular problem for assigning the optimum schedule A23, B22, C24 and D21. This is the optimum assignment schedule, which both includes the optimum solution. Optimum solution meant by the minimum assignment cost, as well as it is going to be obtained at the optimum schedule, that is which particular job is assigned to which particular mission as per the problem is given. So which particular operation is going to be performed by which particular operator, it was specified there. This is the way you have to specify the schedule as well as the minimum cost, which consider both, considering that which is nothing but optimum assignment solution, the solution, optimum solution of the given assignment problem. Hope you understand. This is what the procedure by Hungarian method we have solved this particular optimum assignment schedule for the given assignment problem. Thank you.